Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin from New York City, out walking my dog on the morning of Friday, December 19th, 2014. And this morning I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I'm usually talking about all my technical stuff, and well, yes, I will touch on a few things. I thought I'd do a little bit of that life reflection stuff of the new year. So I'm big on the one-page plan that's split up into sort of a top-level paragraph, which is like a mission, and then maybe 3 to 5 bullet points that are your top-level items, often called goals or objectives, and then under each of those 3 to 5 additional bullet points that are something like strategy. So I've been doing these for myself and professionally ever since I was introduced to the concept by one of the Apple evangelists named Guy Kawasaki in his book called Selling the Dream. It was one of the first marketing books to make a big impression on me. But anyway, you know, I did one this morning. It was probably the most concise and quick one I ever slammed out. And, you know, I've done some reflection. I guess, who am I? I'm 44 years old. I came to New York relatively recently, and in the grand scheme of things, married relatively recently, had a kid relatively recently. She's 4 years old now. And discovered my programming or creative platform in life relatively recently too, which is Linux, Python, Vim, and Git. There's some flexibility there, but as far as achieving mastery, I'm only just out of the starting gate. Whereas many of the other things I took up in the past, the giant reset button have been pressed on. And while there were good learnings there, sort of being an expert at active server page using the PFE text editor isn't exactly something that I can pass on in a legacy, let's say. So that gets to the plan. My mission, to carry out the next 20 years or so in such a way that I can go into my old age. You know, I'll be in my 60s by then, with minimal regrets and maximum happiness. Call it a sort of late in life, beginning of life optimization. Spend the next 20 years really well so that I go into old age in the best position I can. And to that end, the 3 top level points are culminate my work and my legacy well, raise my daughter well, and treat myself well. And each of those has some bullet points underneath. I kept it to 3. One of the points of these plans is that it's memorizable, and so I both wrote it and memorized it in the writing. So under culminate my work and legacy well, the first point is to fill Levinux with lots of awesomeness. And the next bullet point is to interact with a lot of people, which is kind of why I'm even just doing these videos. And then the third point is to somehow find the payoff. It should fund my retirement. I could elaborate on any of these, but the point is not to elaborate. It's to remember that high level stuff at first pass. And the next point is to raise my daughter well, and that is first point. Expose her to lots of stuff in life. And then the second point is help her make good decisions in life. And then the third point is help her or allow her to do most things for herself. Tempted to elaborate on everything, but it's just forge on. And the last one is treat myself well. First point, don't let myself become subsumed by anyone or anything. The second thing is do things I like to do. And then the third point is read and write often in order to recalibrate. And that's an important point because these things aren't written in stone. They're general guidelines. They're things you can check your daily behavior against to make sure you're staying on plan. And so you allow a certain amount of flexibility. I must have written maybe 24 of these things for myself over the years. This latest one I think is the most concise and probably the best and most appropriate to the point I am in life, and really achievable. You know, you give a strong visual image to guide your behavior, and strong nicknames to the things it is that you're trying to do. So anyway, I got something I need to do now, so I gotta go. Thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.